Jazmine Sullivan's mom and dad were two of the 22,000 fans allowed into the seating area at Super Bowl 55. They had to be. Their daughter was one of its undisputed stars. Sullivan stepped into Raymond James Stadium decked in white with a crystal area headpiece, paying homage to Whitney Houston, who wore a similar headpiece in her film The Bodyguard, and sang the anthem at the 1991 Super Bowl.
Nobody can do a better version than Whitney. So you definitely have something to live up to.
And that's how the 2021 Super Bowl started, as a story of inspiration. As it turns out, Houston was also a fan of Sullivan's. Missy Elliott once introduced Houston to a song Sullivan sang when she was just 15 years old, and it blew Houston's socks off. It's hard to imagine country superstar Eric Church not having the jitters before his duet with Sullivan. In the lead-up to performing the national anthem with the Bust Your Windows singer, he gushed to Variety that Sullivan may be the best singer he'd ever heard. Church added that he'd listened to every single song that Sullivan recorded after finding out he'd be singing with her. And though it was Church who started singing the national anthem, it was Sullivan's entrance that had us and the rest of Twitter holding our breath. To quote one astonished listener, "In lieu of watching the Super Bowl, I'm going to spend the next 3 hours pondering the miracle and mechanics of Jazmine Sullivan's vocal cords." Not everybody on social media was as positive, though. It's not that the critics of the performance wanted less of Sullivan or thought the performance was bad. Quite the opposite. They were clamoring for a whole lot more, and not without reason. Eric Church got roughly 16 seconds of solo screen time while he was opening the anthem. When it was Sullivan's turn for a solo shot, a full 35 seconds into the performance, she garnered about 10 seconds to herself. And yet, her voice dominated. As Huffington Post editor Philip Lewis was quick to point out, Jazmine Sullivan should have done this by herself. And as another upset fan virtually intoned, "I don't like that Jazmine Sullivan has to share her moment." Jazmine Sullivan herself may have a different take on the Super Bowl performance, however. She told the Associated Press of her collaboration with Church. "We come from two very different backgrounds, but I find beauty in blending different lifestyles and different music and different art and making something special. I definitely think that's what we accomplished, and I think it'll be really good." Eric Church wanted similar things out of his duet with Sullivan. He joked to Today, "Basically, if I can stay out of her way, we're golden." Church agreed to perform at the Super Bowl in the wake of the U.S. Capitol riot to send a message of togetherness. He reflected, "We're unifying, and it's a time in our country when we have to do that." Sullivan could very well have belted out a show-stopping national anthem on her own, but in performing a duet with Church, she's following in the footsteps of giants. Today reports that Sullivan and Church are only the second pair in Super Bowl history to team up to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. The other pair to sing it together is a doozy. In 2006, Aretha Franklin and Aaron Neville took on the anthem as a duo. And Sullivan's Super Bowl performance marks the 30th anniversary of Whitney Houston's rendition, which also took place in Tampa, Florida. And like Sullivan and Church, when Houston sang in 1991, she was performing the national anthem at a time when the country was uncertain about its future. People noted Houston's comments 9 years later. "We were in the Gulf War at the time. It was an intense time for our country. A lot of our daughters and sons were overseas fighting. I could see in the stadium, I could see the fear, the hope, the intensity, the prayers going up." Her Super Bowl 25 performance, which she styled after Marvin Gaye, would be remembered as one of the greatest renditions of the national anthem in Super Bowl history. Sullivan's with Church could be honored similarly in time. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.